In Northwest News, police say a man killed his live-in girlfriend at an apartment complex south of Seattle, then fatally shot 3 men, including one who had phoned 911 to report hearing gunfire. Arriving officers found a chaotic scene in Federal Way on Sunday night. Authorities say officers shot at the suspect twice, once in a stairway and in a parking lot. The 28-year-old suspect also died at the scene. Federal Way Police Chief Brian Wilson says authorities first received reports of suspicious circumstances about 9:35 p.m. Sunday. He says the investigation is ongoing and the names of the suspect and victims haven't yet been released. 8 police officers were placed on administrative leave pending the investigation. A lockdown continued today at the Washington State Penitentiary in Walla Walla, where officials were still investigating fighting that broke out Saturday when more than 100 inmates were in a recreation yard. Spokeswoman Sherry Hall says there were no substantial injuries and inmates stopped fighting on their own. Investigators haven't released the cause of the fighting. About 760 inmates in the West Complex are confined to their cells or in segregation. The complex houses inmates in close custody, the second highest level of security. The prison also houses minimum and intensive management prisoners among its 2,200 inmates. Central Washington University says the death of a student in a residence hall appears to be by natural causes. A university official sent students an email saying Madison Murphy was found unconscious Thursday night at Bartow Hall and was later pronounced dead at Ellensburg Hospital. The 19-year-old from Bonnie Lake was a freshman, and police are investigating. The Okanagan County Sheriff's Office has a suspect in custody in the shooting and stabbing death of a man in the community of Riverside. A 65-year-old Riverside man, Don Moore, was jailed Sunday in Saturday's death of 55-year-old Bruce Maloney. The Wenatchee World reports that Maloney had reported a theft and told authorities he thought Maloney was the guilty party. A pilot of a motorized glider had to land on a Richland road Sunday afternoon when he couldn't restart his engine. Jim Leedy of Richland told the Tri-City Herald he took off from Richland Airport and turned the engine off for some gliding. When he tried to turn the engine back on, he found the battery was too weak. He radioed the tower and police had time to stop traffic for a safe landing on Stevens Drive. Leedy was able to restart the motor on the ground, but police wouldn't let him take off from the roadway. The wings were folded back and Leedy drove the glider a couple miles back to the airport. A science teacher from Zila High School has been named National Teacher of the Year. Jeff Charbonneau, a State Teacher of the Year, was announced as the national winner by the Council of Chief State School Officers. The program began in 1952 to focus public attention on excellence in teaching. The winner is recognized by President Obama in the White House in a White House ceremony. The 35-year-old Charbonneau started teaching in 2001 at Zila, the same school he attended as a teenager. Charbonneau teaches chemistry, physics, engineering, and architecture. He also runs a statewide robotics competition and serves as the yearbook advisor for the 400-student school. That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.